Crikey. Shh. Look what I found right here under all this snow. It's a 400 horsepower monster. And she's sleeping. Let's take a look.
Oh my God, this thing is a race car. That was so much fun. I was not expecting it. This thing is amazing. So hey, welcome to Flying Wheels and flipping $400 into a Ferrari. Today's video is so much fun because the Trailblazer SS is finished and almost 200,000 people have watched it already just this week alone. Well, today's that follow-up video because it's sold. It's sold in under a week. Actually, to be honest with you, it sold before we even finished this thing. So my name is Craig from Flying Wheels. I am doing an experiment starting with just $400 to see if I can buy, fix, clean, and sell cars, starting with just that $400 and keep rolling it into vehicle after vehicle until I can finally afford a Ferrari, and hopefully under 12 months. Well, today was a giant boost to get me closer to that Ferrari for just that original $400 because my Trailblazer SS sold. I'm gonna give you a quick recap of everything that we're at thus far and explain what we're doing today with the Trailblazer SS because it's heading out to Tennessee. And after that, I'm gonna take it to the auction because we have some money and we're gonna go buy some more toys to keep going with this experiment. Let's get started. Hey, pardon the interruption, but make sure you watch till the very end because I left a teaser for something completely different than this story. So watch till the very end. So I'm gonna fly through the recap real quick and see if I can remember everything we've done to get me to this point so far. If I can remember, because there's been a lot of cars already. So we started with $400, we went and bought a Chevy Malibu. We sold the Chevy Malibu, we bought a Honda Accord and a Mercury Milan. We sold the Mercury Milan and the Honda Accord, and we bought a Cadillac SRX and a Chevy Equinox, both with bad transmissions. I lost money on the Equinox, I broke even on the SRX. I bought this Trailblazer SS that you see right behind me for the price of the SRX. And what I sold the Equinox for, I used that to put into the Trailblazer SS for repairs and parts and all kinds of other stuff. So now to give you a quick recap on the Trailblazer, I was at a dealer auction a few weeks ago and I stumbled across this disgusting Trailblazer. But it's not just any Trailblazer, this is a Trailblazer SS. That's an LS2 6-liter V8 with a Corvette engine. It is an absolute sleeper. Check out this grand steering wheel, what a nice little touch to it. So we loaded it up on the trailer, we took it back to my shop. Once it was at my shop, I ended up buying a new set of wheels and tires as well as a leather and suede combo seat package out of a crashed Trailblazer SS all the way across the country. We did brake pads, rotors, brake lines, master cylinder, removed both front and rear bumpers, and started going at all the imperfections. Then we painted them, they came out awesome. The quarter panel had some scratches and a small little dent that we took care of, but I wasn't really happy with this blend. But after German wet sanded and buffed, it came out flawless. I mean, perfect. I don't see a blend. I don't see a line. I don't see anything. You can't even. While we're in paint, we also did a little bit of a touch-up on this GTO as well as the spoiler, and then German buffed it. Look at the 1/2
Progress on the GTO. Original side. Clean
One thing
side.
I didn't think about, the seats came out of a crashed Trailblazer, which means the seat belts were frozen. And we had already installed the seats, so we had to remove the seats, swap the seat belts out of the old seats into the new seats, and put the new seats back in. Oops, my bad. And then we worked on the finishing touches. I needed a little red accent up front, and we also refinished the headlights because the tint had started to fade. And here is the finished product. What an amazing transformation from before and after. I am so pumped for this thing. So the Trailblazer is finished. It took us about 2 weeks after everything showed up and bouncing around between everything else. Now this is one of my Ferrari flips. To be honest with you, it kind of just feels like a beefy Trailblazer. I mean, there's nothing that amazing about it. Oh, Jesus! Never mind, I take that back. I think all 4 wheels just spun. That was insane. So wow. All right, so that's the first time I've hit the gas in this thing. This is the first time I've even driven this thing because we took it back to our shop on a trailer and it's been in the garage ever since. Oh my God, it's so fun. This truck is awesome. I get it now. Oh my God, this thing is a race car. That was so much fun. I was not expecting it. This thing is amazing. Well, I sold the Trailblazer SS today, and today I'm going to tell you how much I sold it for and what we're going to buy next because I have a theme. So welcome to a cold day in New Hampshire. It snowed last night. All of my cars are covered in snow and I had to plow this morning. This Trailblazer SS is finished and it came out stupendous. Now, like I said, I had already sold this thing before even finishing it because one of my viewers on TikTok saw it the day I bought it, messaged me, sent me a deposit, and then sent the final payment when the car was finished and he got to look at it. Once I listed the video of this thing finished, my phone flooded with people all over the country that wanted this thing, but too late. First come, first serve. The early bird got the worm. He's getting the Trailblazer SS, and today we're also going to do a Zoom meeting with him because he's pretty knowledgeable about these things, and he's going to tell me why this thing is so special to him. So here's the finished product thawing under the snow. My favorite part is these seats right here. We did fix the seat belt. We detailed the entire inside. It came out near perfect. My favorite part was the blend where we painted the quarter panel. But wait, there's more. Remember this frame? Oh man, I'm gonna get so dirty under here. The frame is repaired. And it came out pretty darn nice, so I am pumped about that. This thing is an absolute animal. So it's a 6-liter LS2 engine, and that's what makes this thing so special. The 6-liter is what came in the Corvette. This is not the 5.3 like most people think. So you can get the Chevy Trailblazer in a 5.3. I've actually had this in the Saab 97X 5.3, and even that was a rocket ship. This thing is even faster. Rip your head back in the seat fast. Ready? See, I told you. It literally scared the heck out of me because I did not expect what was under that hood, and it fits 5 people. So you can take an entire family grocery shopping and be the fastest one to get to the grocery store. This engine alone is an $8,000 engine. Now, I have a Nissan 240SX that I use as a drift car when it runs, which isn't often. Here's my baby, though. And I have an LS1 engine. That is a 5.7 liter with like 345 horsepower, I think. In 05, GM started putting the 6-liter LS2 in the GTO, the Trailblazer SS, and the Corvette. Now, it's not the Cadillac Escalade 6-liter that those have. Those have cast iron blocks. This is an aluminum block. It's a significantly lighter engine with actually more horsepower. So these things are really, really rare and really, really desirable, and I actually didn't know how rare they really were until I started looking for them. It's the same with the GTO. They're worth a ton of money, which I actually have. Now here's my GTO. You'll see it's a 5.7 because in 2004 was the 5.7. In 2005, they came out with the 6-liter option, which is the really, really desirable one. But the 5.7 is still a Corvette engine. It's still an LS1. It's still in a super reliable, super lightweight engine. Here's the interior, and it's a rocket ship. This is also another sleeper, which is what makes these things so desirable. In the past few years, the values have skyrocketed on the GTOs and the Trailblazer SSs because they are sleepers, and that was my joke. Crikey, she's sleeping. Get it? Remember that? Now let's go to the CTS-V. This right here is a Cadillac CTS-V. It's a 2011. This is a 6.2 liter. So GM went from the 5.7 to the 6-liter to the 6.2 liter. The V's and the Z06, you get it supercharged. So this thing is 556 horsepower in a 6.2 liter supercharged all aluminum V8. We're doing some body work. This thing is coming out mint. That's going to be one of my next videos. Now, a lot of people hate that you call it a Corvette engine. It is. This is the same exact engine as the Corvette. That's what makes this thing so special. It is not the Chevy truck motor. It is the Corvette all-aluminum V8, and it's unreal. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. How much did I sell this thing for? I got 10 grand for it, and this is the cheapest one in the country. So I listed it for 10 grand. The buyer called me right away from Tennessee and said, Craig, I want this thing. I said, all right, this is the price. And he said, I'll wire you the money today. All right, it's his. And then after that, and I was flooded with phone calls and emails about this thing because it is now the cheapest one in the country, and it's clean. So it's not a beater. It's a completely stock engine, completely stock car, and it's clean. Now, popping the hood, the only difference between this 6-liter and like a Corvette 6-liter is the fuel rail covers and the alternator position. So to fit the alternator, it's in a different place, and then you get this Vortex plastic instead of the fuel rail covers that you get on the GTOs and the Corvettes like this one. So here's what you get. You can see the intake is different, and then the fuel rail covers are different. We painted these ones, but they usually come black. Otherwise, the engine is pretty much the same. I mean, this is a 5.7, that's a 6-liter, so don't take what I'm saying literally, but cosmetically, that's the difference. So like I said, this Trailblazer is sold. So let's hop on a Zoom call real quick because I want to see what makes this car so special to the buyer and to everyone else. Aaron, I'll make this, I'll make it pretty short. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Everybody, this is Aaron. Aaron bought the Trailblazer SS before we even finished it. So Aaron, thanks for joining us. I've never had a viewer on an episode like this. So thanks for contributing to the video and also our Ferrari flip, because you're part of it now. So the reason I asked you to join was because I wanted to know a little bit about your backstory with the Trailblazer, because you were so eager up front to grab this thing. I mean, you were so proactive when you sent me the message. I'm like, oh geez, he barely knows anything about this thing, and it was rough when I bought it. Once I finished it and I posted it up for sale, I didn't even post it up for sale. I posted the video of it finished. Right. My phone was just inundated that day from all over the country on this thing. I'm wondering if you can explain the appeal about the Trailblazer SS, why you wanted it, and your story about it.
I work with computers for a living, and I've gotten really bored doing that. I'm on computers 20 hours a day almost. So I've been looking for a project that I could do that didn't require sitting in front of a screen for a few months now. I've been looking for a Trailblazer SS because I really like the idea of a sleeper car, something that you can drive down the road and nobody really thinks anything of it, and then you stomp on the gas and you're just gone and leaving, flaming trails of tire.
That happened to me while I was driving it. I didn't even know it was as fast as it was until I hit the gas.
So I looked at CTSVs, I looked at some other sort of sleeper types. And then my buddy mentioned Trailblazer SS. I looked at Trailblazer and I'm like, this isn't anything.
Exactly.
And then I looked at videos of SSs and what they've been done to them. And I just thought that's like such a me car. My understanding is they only ended up manufacturing about 25,000 of them. There's a low supply. There's two options you get with a Trailblazer. Either they're modded to hell and there's no idea what the quality is going to be, and the price is extremely high, or the price is too high for the condition they're in. Either high mileage or they're just crappy cars that cost $15,000. And during that whole search, I'd been starting to follow your videos. My buddy introduced me to your videos for the 400 Ferrari. I thought that was a really cool idea. I'm interested even more now because you found a vehicle that I was looking for, and even in the condition that you had it, I didn't know where you would end up with it as far as fixing it up. But even in the condition it was in, it was almost the perfect kind of condition I was looking for. It was more or less stock. It needed a lot of work, and it was sort of just the perfect canvas for what I'm looking to do. And then I saw just a glimpse of what the finished product was, and I knew there was no way I was going to lose this, so I did what I needed to do to purchase it. I'm going to keep it forever, probably.
I've sourced those engines from cars, and just to buy the engine alone, that it was an LS2, I think, in that 6-liter. Mm-hmm. Those are crazy money, which that alone must boost the value of the Trailblazer SS. Never mind that it's a sleeper and everything else, right?
Absolutely.
Your contribution to our $400 into a Ferrari has already been spent. So we're on to our next project now. So the second half of this video that you're in right now is going to be the next part of our $400 into a Ferrari with a whole new theme of vehicle. So I want to thank you for being part of this series. It's kind of exciting to have not just a purchaser, but a viewer also to really contribute to the cause and the video. So the content is pretty neat. This is the first time.
I'm excited to be a part of this channel's history, I guess.
It's true. You are. It really doesn't get any more transparent than this truck. You saw it from its worst to what we have made our best, and then you still get to make it better. So I really feel like you know what you're getting, which makes it that much better, even though you're so far away. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I don't want to tie up any of your time or any more of your time. So thanks for being on the video. Just like before, I'll just keep in touch, let you know when it's picked up and when you should expect to receive it.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. This was a fun one. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Oh, hey, so pardon the interruption for this quick commercial break. Check out this new shirt that just came in.
The new Flying Wheels 3/4 length baseball tee, awesome fabric, just showed up. You can buy my merch in the link down below. Wear all kinds of Flying Wheel swag, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, all kinds of stuff. When you buy it, it helps support my channel, which helps me make better videos for you guys. So check out the link down below after this video. Now, yes, I made a bunch of money off the Trailblazer, but it's not about me. It's about the consumer and the value the consumer got. He's pumped because he got an awesome Trailblazer for short money compared to what they're going for. So it's not about the deal you got, it's about the deal you think you got. He knows what I paid. It does not get more transparent than this video right here. But he's excited because he got the cheapest Trailblazer in the country, and now it's clean, and it's part of a story too. All pretty cool. So I started with $400, now I have 10 G's, 10 grand, that's 10 stacks. I'm talking 10, 1, 0, 0, 0 stacks. And now I get to go to the auction with $10,000 based off an original $400. How incredible is that? So I'm thinking something Jeep Wrangler. I haven't done a Jeep Wrangler project in a few months. So next episode, which will be this week, I'm gonna take you to the auction. We're gonna go shopping for some Jeep Wranglers with 10 grand. I wonder what we come up with. So make sure to follow down below. If this video is awesome, give me a thumbs up. If it sucks, give me a thumbs down. Also tell me why it was great or not great. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what's up, man? Subscribe down below. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you all in the next video. Adios. Want to know how you've been driving on a flat tire too long? That is how you know you've been driving on a flat tire for too long. Well, that's a damn shame. This is how you hear it. Now you don't. That's the clutch. When I push the clutch in, it makes that noise. Oh, hey, on a completely separate note, I got some amazing news last night. I got a call for the 4th year in a row from American Ninja Warrior. I will be competing in Tacoma, Washington this spring. Make sure to stay tuned to American Ninja Warrior because you'll see me on. It's not all just cars. I have to have some hobbies outside the car business, right? Here's some clips of what I'm into, other than just the cars.
You have been selected to be on American Ninja Warrior.
Yes!
Congratulations!
Thank you. Nice. What behind the scenes looks like. We're stuffed in a little shell. Of course, behind me, everyone checking it in. Marty checked in, running number 38. Down below, the crowd's checking in. Make some noise! Hey! Here's my current situation, all laid up on my blow-up couch with my shag blanket. I get to watch the competitors run from television and front row view of the course. I'm like run number 25. Here's all the ninjas sitting and holding. Day 2. Shooting ended last night at 5:45 a.m. There is stage 2 behind me. You're not supposed to see that. There it is, testing at 3:45 and then running again tonight at 7. I'm testing. Read between the lines.